Hey guys, Captain Greg DeVault here, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to avoid getting wind knots, or at least avoid the majority of wind knots. And most of it has to do with how you cast and how you start your retrieve. Okay, most people when they cast, they throw it out there, lure hits the water, and they just click your reel over like that, and they start reeling. Well, what happens there is you've got all this slack, okay, and it lays the line loose on your spool. So when you cast it out again, that's when you get those loops and those knots and everything coming off your spool. An easy way to fix that is by what we call feathering the line down when your lure's about to hit the water. So what you want to do when you cast, or your bait or whatever you're using, when you cast, you throw, everything's the same, and when it's about to hit the water, whether with your offhand or with your index finger, just kind of lay it against that line and slow it down so it doesn't go flying off. So all you're going to do, throw it out, and when it's about to hit the water, just lay it in, and you can almost stop it. And what that does, it keeps it tight. Everything's tight here. I'm tight to the lure. And the other thing you can do, and you should do, is flip the bail over by hand manually. Okay? Some people say pull the line tight before you start and then start reeling. It sounds like a lot to do, but it really happens fast. I'll show you here. Let me reel this in real quick. I'll show you here real fast how fast it all happens. I mean, you won't even notice that you're doing it after it becomes habit. All you're gonna do, you throw it out, feather it, stop it, and then you're fishing. Just like that. It's just a really simple move. It'll keep the line tight on your reel, on your spool, and that'll avoid a lot of wind knots. And it works. When you're throwing with wind, it's not as important, but when you're throwing into the wind, across the wind, any other way, you definitely want to do it, and it'll help you a lot.